Your life as every secret. CIA rank, from recruit to ghost. Level 1. The applicant. You apply online. The form on the CIA website looks deceptively simple, like any other corporate job, but submitting it is like dropping a stone into a deep, dark well. You don't hear the splash for 6 months. During that time, invisible investigators crawl through every corner of your life. They interview your third-grade teacher, who remembers you as imaginative. They talk to your college ex-girlfriend, who mentions your trust issues. They find the $20 you stole from your mother's purse when you were 12. They build a psychological profile so detailed it feels like they know you better than you know yourself. Finally, an email arrives. You're flown to a nondescript office building in Northern Virginia. For 4 hours, a man in a gray suit asks you questions that feel like a combination of a job interview and a police interrogation. Have you ever felt a desire for power? Have you ever successfully manipulated someone for personal gain? Do you believe the ends justify the means? Then comes the polygraph. A technician straps sensors to your chest and fingers. Have you ever betrayed someone who trusted you? The machine hums. Your heart rate spikes. You remember your ex-girlfriend. You sweat. You stammer. You tell the truth. The machine isn't a lie detector. It's a fear detector. And they need to know you can handle fear. 3 weeks later, a letter arrives in a plain envelope. 99% of applicants fail. You are the 1%. Level 2. The trainee. They send you to Camp Peary, a 9,000-acre U.S. military reservation in Virginia. The locals call the farm. For the next 18 months, you are erased. Your phone is taken. Your social media is deleted. You are given a new name. You learn tradecraft, how to conduct a dead drop by hiding a USB stick in a hollowed-out brick, how to perform a brush pass in a crowded subway, swapping a briefcase with a stranger in a split second. You learn to spot surveillance. The man reading a newspaper who looked at you twice. The woman on a park bench who was also at the coffee shop this morning. You learn to see the invisible threads that connect the world. You run practice operations in nearby cities, hunted by your own instructors, who are themselves former senior case officers. In one exercise, you must recruit a foreign official, an instructor, by exploiting a fabricated weakness. You fail. Your target spots your clumsy attempt at manipulation and has you arrested by local police, who are in on the exercise. You spend a night in a real jail cell, a stark reminder of the stakes. 40% of your class will wash out, cracking under the constant psychological pressure. You learn to compartmentalize, to build walls in your mind, to do terrible things in the morning, and eat dinner with a smile in the evening. You graduate in the top 15%. Your starting salary is $85,000 a year, but the real payment is a license to operate in the shadows. Level 3. The case officer. Your first posting is an embassy in Eastern Europe. Officially, you're a political attaché. Unofficially, you're a spy, and your job is to recruit assets. You spend months attending mind-numbing diplomatic parties, identifying potential targets. You find one, a mid-level bureaucrat in the foreign ministry with access to classified cables and a weakness for high-stakes poker. You don't approach him with a briefcase full of cash. You approach him as a friend. You buy him drinks. You listen to his problems. You loan him money to cover his gambling losses. First $1,000, then $10,000. You become his savior. Then you loan him $50,000. He's trapped. He owes you his financial life. Only then do you make the ask. You don't ask him to betray his country. You ask him to share a few documents. Just to help me understand the political climate, you say. He has no choice. You now own a piece of a foreign government. You file your report. Your supervisors are pleased. You feel a surge of power that is more intoxicating than any drug. Level 4. The NOC, non-official cover. After 2 years, they offer you the most dangerous job in the intelligence world, non-official cover. No embassy, no diplomatic immunity, no connection to the US government. If you're caught, the CIA will deny you exist. The president will deny you exist. You become a ghost. They build you a legend, a fake identity so complete it has a credit history and a high school yearbook photo. You are now a management consultant for a CIA front company. You travel to countries where America has no official presence, recruiting assets the embassy could never touch. Your girlfriend thinks you travel for work. Your parents think you quit the government years ago. You are completely alone, communicating with your handler only through encrypted messages and dead drops. The pay is $150,000 a year, tax-free, but the price is your identity. One night in a hotel bar in Dubai, you're sure you've been made. A man at the bar seems to know too much. You spend the next 48 hours in a state of pure paranoia, executing a pre-planned escape route that takes you across 3 countries. It was a false alarm, but the fear was real. You learn to live with it. Level 5. The Paramilitary Officer, SAD/SOG. Your cover is almost blown in Beirut after an asset you recruited is caught and tortured. You're pulled out and offered a new path, the Special Activities Division, SAD. This is the CIA's paramilitary arm, the soldiers who do the jobs too sensitive for the military. You undergo 6 months of the most intense combat training on the planet, taught by former Delta Force and SEAL Team 6 operators. You learn to kill with your bare hands, with a knife, with a sniper rifle from a mile away. Your first mission is in a remote corner of Yemen, hunting a high-value Al-Qaeda bomb maker. You lead a small team, operating autonomously. You call in a drone strike on a compound where your target is believed to be sleeping. You watch on a thermal camera as the Hellfire missile turns the building to dust. The intelligence is wrong. The target wasn't there. A family of 6 was. You watch their heat signatures fade from the screen. There is no report. There is no investigation. You have another mission tomorrow. Level 6. The Station Chief. After 15 years in the field, your body is broken. A shoulder that dislocates, knees that ache, and a constant ringing in your ears. For you a desk job, Chief of Station. You are now the senior CIA officer for an entire country, managing 40 officers and hundreds of local assets. You have a budget of $50 million a year that officially doesn't exist. You brief the president via secure video link. You sit in the situation room. You approve operations that could start wars and kill operations that could save thousands of lives. You sacrifice a low-level asset to protect a more valuable one who has penetrated the inner circle of a hostile government. You send a young officer, not much older than you were when you started, on a mission you know has a 50% chance of getting him killed. He doesn't come back. Your marriage ended years ago. Your kids are grown, and they know you only as a distant, vaguely important diplomat. You are one of the most powerful and most isolated people on Earth. Level 7. The Ghost. You retire after 30 years of service that officially never happened. They give you the Distinguished Intelligence Cross, the CIA's highest award, in a small, windowless room at Langley. You put the medal in a box in your closet because you can never show it to anyone. You move to a house in the Virginia countryside. You are alone with your memories, the face of the asset you recruited and later betrayed, the thermal image of the family in Yemen, the voice of the young officer you sent to his death. You wake up at 3 a.m. and walk the perimeter of your property, checking for threats that aren't there. Your pension is generous, but you are a ghost, haunted by a life of secrets you will carry to your grave. And somewhere, a young, ambitious person is filling out an application on the CIA website, dreaming of adventure and serving their country, having no idea the price they will ultimately pay. The cycle begins again.